Old crop corn, we're probably going to see some sloppy trade over the next few months. The trend, though, is still lower. We've got demand destruction right now that's playing into a big part of any typical rally that we would typically see. So demand continues to break. Export sales have been bad as far as old crop, and they continue to be depressing. So we probably will be trending lower as far as old crop corn. For those of you who still have old crop in the bin, looking at getting something priced on rallies. As far as new crop, the biggest concern that we've got for new crop is not going to be an increase in acres. We're looking for about a 500,000 increase in acres. The biggest thing that I want to drive home as far as acreage is going to be the increase in harvested acres. So when you're looking at the bigger picture, we're looking at a 2 million acre increase in harvested acres versus just a 500,000 acre increase for planted. So that's going to end up putting in a larger production right now. We're using a yield this year of a 157. Trend line last year for USDA was 163. We're using 157, minor decline, but still looking at a 3 billion bushel increase for corn this year. That's going to double ending stocks. So when I tell you doubling ending stocks, what does that do to price? Be concerned with that. We feel that prices right now on any kind of rally are going to be sold. So get some protection right now. That's the main message of our conference that we're at, is get some protection, get something sold. Take action. Our downside target right now is about 442 for corn as far as new crop. On beans, demand for beans, we've got good demand. It's very hard for me to sit here and talk to you about beans if we don't talk about China. China's demand is huge. They don't raise a lot of beans, they import beans, South America and US. The demand for beans is certainly there. If we're going to talk volatility, probably going to see more volatility this year in the beans than we will for corn. Old crop beans, probably not a lot of beans out there, but for old crop beans, get them priced. We've seen some sloppy trade. We've went through some technicals today. Still looking at rallies as selling opportunities. Get them done. As far as new crop, acreage. 1.5 million acre increase this year as far as beans. There is still an incentive right now to plant corn, but the thing that we want to drive home, these bean acres, we could see some big bean acres this year. Even though we're going to see production levels increase this year for beans, we're still going to see demand bring that back. So we're going to be tight stocked at the end of the year. So be careful with that. So we're going to see some sloppy trade. As far as the downside right now, we're looking at getting near that $12 area once again. So maybe another couple dollars from where we're at. Be careful. Still lower. Take action. As far as wheat right now, the big thing that guys are talking about in wheat is this dormancy issue. Right now we have got the lowest levels that we've ever seen winter wheat go into dormancy. But as we talked about today, and the point I want to make to you is that there is no correlation between how we go into dormancy and what the yield ends up being. So be careful with that as well. There's no correlation between that. So I could sit here and tell you that it looks bad and oh, it's terrible, but it's how we're going to end up. If we continue to get some timely rains, which we just stated today and yesterday that we may get, the wheat crop, it may be better than we think out there. Export sales have been great. We're the lowest price right now around the globe as far as wheat. Our demand is here. We're running right now even with last year. Even though we've got big global stocks, we're still even because the demand is here in the US for wheat. That's not going to change. So look for that. Look for those changes. Right now, though, if I'm going to tell you that corn's going lower, guess what? Wheat's going to go lower as well. So there's a 7% increase right now for wheat over corn. If we see that continue and keep that same relationship, if we see 442 as far as a low end for corn, that's telling you 481 for wheat. Now, we don't feel that's going to happen exactly like that, but the point I want to make to you is that we are going lower. So for those of you that have not got wheat priced as well and need some protection, get it done. Take some action now, get that done, get it done soon.